With the Lag Spike New Year tournament for Ultimate being finished, the real question that's probably on people's mind that's watching this, Nario, how'd you do? And that's what I'm here to show. First being my bracket, which, yeah, it's going to show every single match that I've had. Now, I went going down a bit. First round, I got a free win. Sunbread never showed up, and they eventually just DQ'd him. And next round, I faced the Shulk main, Zekip, and lost 2-0. Then I moved down into losers where I faced Squawkle, and beat him 2-1. Then, in losers round 3, went on to face Caliber Tech, and won 2-1. Went on to Wizard Gino, in losers round 4, and won 2-1. Then went on to Adads, in losers round 5, and won 2-0. Then my streak ended in losers round 6 versus Lurison, and lost 2-0. Now, with all things considered, I did pretty well. Lurison ended up going down next round anyways, where Lucario King ended up going down by Ionic Lettuce. But, going on to losers round 6. So, I did pretty well, especially considering that I immediately lost after the first round. I would consider this very good results. And I did end up managing to play every single one of the characters that I actually play, rather than just Joker and Hero, even though they were the majority of it, purely because Joker is my main, and Heroes I'm just comfortable with, and not many people know the matchup, because he's just not very common, even though people wanted him banned at the beginning of the release. In my bracket, out of 52 players, I ended up getting 9th, which is technically an 8th in my bracket, because it's just a lot of different people, where I only got eliminated by Zekip and Lurison. But by looking through the people, I eliminated Adads, and I also eliminated Wizard Gino. And from every single match that I had here, I had a combined 5 wins, meaning that even though a ton of other people had moved on and all that, like the GOAT getting 4th, he only had 4 wins. Then A-Train 03, 3 wins. Lurison, 4. And Wobble, also a 9th place player, only got 2 wins. Meaning I did considerably better than a lot of the other people that were here. Whether that be that a ton of people just got disqualified, or they just got better bracket than I did, I don't know. But still, 9th in my bracket, in 5th place, 5 wins overall in the bracket alone, did pretty well. Now, from my overall results of the tournament, I got 65th place out of 414 people. But in a combined total of reducing the 65s, I had typically the most of the wins. So, personally, I think I should be higher than Mossigan, Steamy, Smoke Pudding every day or something like that. Like a ton of people. Rhino ended up actually having 5 wins, so him I probably wouldn't end up being higher than. But then people like Dilly Boyd, Hamtastic is actually in the Foodacorn Discord that I'm in. But then a ton of other people I ended up just getting more wins than. So, although I do think that, yes, the 65th would make sense, very close to top 50, but I did incredibly well for a 414-person tournament. Especially considering, still 5 wins. I had a 71% win rate, which I will completely take. Especially considering there's other people that are, like, way lower in the bracket that still got wins. It's just, I ended up going further on in my bracket, and still, 5 wins out of my 7 matches, that is really, 7 sets, that's really not bad. Even if one of them was a DQ that I got an automatic win in, I would not be upset with how I did. I did incredibly well, so from what I will take this. Now I'll be taking a look at the stats of the game. Now, the first, second, and third place were King Chris, Spargo, and Pelka. But with the most used characters, Snake was used 88 times. Whether that be by the same person using him multiple times and other people, he was used 88 times from this whole tournament. Sonic, surprisingly taking the second spot, only 2 behind Snake, he was used 86 times. For my characters, Joker was used the most with 54 times. Then when we move a bit further down, Banjo-Kazooie was used 34 times. Terry was used 31 times. And the hero, being the least used out of them, was only used 19 times. But moving even further down, the least used character was Simon Belmont and Corrin, both only used once, meaning that these worst characters, well, I mean, Corrin's not really good. You can't get that much worse than Corrin, and I still don't think the Belmonts are that good. But I was actually the person that faced the only Belmont, well, the only Simon Belmont. There's Richter here, that was played more. Yeah, 13 times. But all these characters that are considered like the worst in the game got played more than quite a few of them, including people like Incineroar, Isabelle, Dr. Mario. They were played a few times, more than Corrin and Simon. So, yeah. There was a lot of different things, but to my surprise, I didn't have to face any of the bracket demons that I considered to be my bracket demons, even though there's 55 total Nest players. So yeah, I'll consider this an absolute win.